Hello, good evening. Welcome back to West Ham Network. Old School Hammers on a Wednesday evening or Wednesday morning, Thursday morning for you, isn't it, Kieran?
Yeah, Thursday morning here, mate.
Yeah, mate. How are you, sir?
Chilly, mate. It's not normal. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've got a jacket on, Dave. Shot down to 8 degrees overnight, and I got up this morning. Oh, yeah. Because I did get up a bit early to watch, even though I was half hour behind it, the Leverkusen game and Atlanta. So I watched that because, I've grown a big soft spot for Leverkusen, but fair play to Atlanta, mate. They were good. They shut them down at every avenue, mate. They had them covered. They just stopped them playing. They done the opposite to what we did. We sort of let them come at us and try to hold them out. And Atlanta didn't. They just sort of man-for-man marked them and stopped them all playing. There you go.
Yeah. I mean, obviously they've been watching them throughout the season and thought that's the only way we're going to do it.
Yeah, the boy had a plan and it worked. It took a lot of hard work, but it done. And fair play to Skamaka. Skamaka gets a European trophy. Well done.
Yeah, fair play to him. Well, 2 now in successive seasons for Skamaka.
Did he get one last year?
Well, he was with us, wasn't he, during the Conference League?
Oh, no, of course he's still there, yeah. He's still there?
Yeah,
I've got a fucking lost track.
Yeah, he got a winner's medal and that, didn't he?
Right.
Yeah.
There you go.
So, he even scored a couple of goals in the competition, I believe. But yeah, fair play to him. You know, he weren't getting used enough. He didn't get a go in the final or nothing. So, fair play to him. He's got himself a fucking trophy.
So, mate, we were whinging about how long it's been since we won a trophy, our 19 FA Cup, 1980. It's 1963 since Atlanta won one. So, they were a bit overdue, I think.
It's only their second one ever as well, isn't it?
Yeah, the second one ever. That was just, I think, their sort of FA Cup. And, 1963. Jesus Christ. It's a hell of a time.
Yeah. Anyway, let's get into the chat and see who's in the chat. Usual suspects in the house.
Usual.
And Howard Owls. Good evening to you, Howard. How are you, sir? Steve Cox. Evening, gents. Evening, chatters. Hello again, usual. Chin up, fella. Everybody's saying hello to everyone else. Mark Pendleton. Good evening to you, sir. Evening all. Congrats to Atlanta and to Skamaka. Indeed. Ralph, enjoying the sun. Good evening, Ralph. No more moist talk. Well, a little bit tonight, just to sort of say goodbye to him. A little bit just to say goodbye to him, but that's it, really. We can reminisce on some of the good times we've had with him. But, with no more fretting over the tactics and stuff. Well, not until we see what the incoming manager brings. Good evening, Leslie. Thank you for joining us. Have a cuppa. No work tonight and watching live. Happy old boy. Good for you. Good for you.
Okay, lovely.
Yeah. Ralph. Yeah. Moyes. Yeah. Brendan, how are you, sir? Evening, Budgie, Kieran, chatters. It's like entering a virtual local boozer. Excellent. Howard, thank you, Leslie. I will partake in a brew. Yeah, in fact, look, I've got me Irons United Cup, which was the forerunner to this channel. And I just got to show you the other side as well. Look, Trevor Brooking. Lovely. Nice hot cup of rosé in there. Who else we got? Saying hello. Serif. Good evening to you, sir. Evening, guys. Budgie and Kieran. Hope all is good. See Bayer Leverkusen getting spanking for once. Yeah, never losing. That's what they've been called lately, isn't it? Never losing. Well, that's not so true anymore. Good evening to you, Ref. How are you, sir? Keith is in the house. Brendan, have you dropped the beautiful people, Howard? Good love it. I always do that. Actually, thank you for joining. There you go, Toa. Evening to thank you. Evening, Mark. Right, I wanted us to lose all the winners.
Yeah.
Oh, I wanted us to lose to the winners. Yeah. Could have said aside from winning ourselves, we've only lost to the winners. Excuse me, that was the case in the Europa 3 seasons ago. Well, 3 seasons ago now. And of course last season. Howard says he needs to make an appointment. Skamaka was good tonight. I'm glad to hear that.
He was well. He was.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah. Happy Amaret says chilly. We've had a monsoon, mate. We've had the rain like you would not believe. It's like
Have you?
Oh god, yeah. Mate, we had rain the size of fucking stair rails. Honest to God. They were fucking huge. Good evening, Barry. Thank you for joining us. I'm good. I'm sure Kieran is too. Otherwise, he would have said so by now. Every team that's played them this season have thought they'd be the ones to beat them. They did so well and got so far, to be honest. Exactly, they did. They did indeed. Everybody's saying hello again. Good evening, Mr. Bong. He will be lurking. You're always lurking, James. You've got tons of spuds to peel, mate. You can't always use your phone, we know. If only we'd get if only we'd have gone for it in the first leg. Oh well. Yeah, nothing new there.
Do you know what amazed me, Budge, in the game? That Lookman scored a hat-trick for Atlanta. 3 brilliant finishes too.
Yeah. And
I remember him. Do you remember that penalty? He tried to take the piss out of Fabianski. I forget, was it Charlton or Fulham we were playing? And he tried to take the piss out of Fabianski to chip him and just chipped it straight in his hands. Do you remember that?
Right. Yeah, I do, yeah. Yeah, that was when he was actually playing really well for Fulham as well.
Yeah, he was good.
Adamola Lookman, is it? Something like that?
Yeah, that's him. Yeah. 3 great finishes, though. Boy, fantastic.
Yeah. I haven't seen them. I've got to be honest, I haven't seen them.
Pretty sure that's the first Europa League final hat-trick.
Yeah, I believe it is. I think somebody said that earlier on.
Did they?
Yeah, so Barry's confirmed it. Skamaka winning 2nd trophy in 2 seasons.
Well, thanks, Barry. My memory's gone, mate. I think he's been gone that long.
Not the right order. Yeah. Higher Smugs and Fuckface. Yes, good evening, Happy. Thank you. Maltese, evening to you, sir. Mark, thank you so much. You didn't have to do that, but thank you. Just want to say thanks for all the great content this season.
Thank you now, Mark.
And for the memories you've provided. Mark, thank you. Really,
Mark,
really
I'm going to cry. Fucking hell, mate. Tears in my eye, that is.
Yeah, it has, mate. It's that's really good. And we appreciate it more than you know, and the channel appreciates it as well. And while we're talking the channel appreciation, please don't forget to like the stream. And if you haven't already, which I'm sure you have, please subscribe and hit that bell. Thank you. Maltese, everyone's saying hello. Nice one, Mark. Thank you again. Yes. See, even the moderator on duty is thanking you. So we all thank you for that, mate. Moist to Chelsea. Doubtful. Very doubtful. But I wouldn't be surprised if they don't.
I fucking hope so, Howard. I would be delighted.
That be the fucking business. That would be hilarious. Even I'd be saying that, yeah. Yeah. What do we think about the new Brazilian centre back who looks to be on his way in? Yes. I haven't really seen a lot about him. I do hear that he's very handy, but that's just hearsay. You know, I heard that Sofian Faguli was the best striker since sliced bread, but it really didn't turn out that way. Or to Brighton Howard. We know the MSM will not support either. Yeah. My system. Yeah. Can't even use a 12-man squad. Imagine him with the Rem boys. Mm-hmm. Yeah, true. De Zerbi all the way for the Chelsea job, says Howard. Well, I've heard that De Zerbi's going to... Who is it that Tuchel's with at the moment? Dortmund, is it? Yeah,
Bayern?
Bayern. I've heard that De Zerbi's up for that. But let's not
I'm
talk
sure
about people.
He'll be linked with quite a few of them, Budge, until it happens. Mourinho's coming back to Chelsea, guys. Don't worry about that. They're dragging back in if they're coming in. Win us another trophy.
Yeah, good evening, Lookman was Chelsea, wasn't he? No, he was with Fulham, as far as I'm aware, Trodge.
I got Fulham. I know he was at Charlton at the beginning, but I'm pretty sure it's Fulham when he missed that penalty against us, Trodge. Wasn't it? Oh, no. Someone will let us know.
Adamola Lookman. Oh, I'm Googling him.
Yeah, never mind. But I'm pretty sure I remember that. But he was good, man. He looked like a real talent, and then I didn't realise he was over there. So
yeah, he played for Everton. He was playing, Everton. Where bloody hell? Do you know?
Maybe it was Everton.
Charlton. You were right. He played at Charlton. Where the hell?
I don't know why I got Fulham in my head. I could be completely wrong.
Yeah, he was at Fulham. I know he was. He was at Fulham.
Never mind.
You know, I cannot find his Wikipedia page.
No. Oh, well, we know where he is now.
Well, yeah.
On top of the fucking world. That's where he is now, mate. Oh.
Yeah, I mean, how many Champions League, European League or European Cup finals have had a hat-trick? I know of one in a semi-final when Spurs were playing against Ajax and what's his name?
I remember one in the World Cup final, Budge. Remember that one?
Yeah, I remember that one. Yeah, yeah. That was a fella fairly close to home that did that, wasn't it?
I remember that one.
Yeah, he here it is. Look, there's his Wikipedia page. He's with Leipzig in 2019. He's from Wandsworth. Right, so his youth career, he was at Charlton and then progressed into the first team, then went to Everton, and then he went to Leipzig on loan. Then they signed him permanently and then loaned him to Fulham, and then they loaned him out again after that to Leicester.
Right.
Deal to Atalanta. He's played for the England under-19s, under-20s, under-21s, and then the Nigeria senior team.
Okay.
So, yeah. He's had...
Well, it can only go downhill from here, mate, with him. You'd be man of the match and a hat-trick hero in a final. My word.
He's had 51 senior goals since 2015.
Okay.
So, there you go.
Good luck to him.
Yeah, mate. Yeah. Right. I'm going to go for a few more comments. Kolasinac had to leave Arsenal to win a European trophy.
Yeah.
watching number 41.
Yeah, I noticed him there, Kolasinac, playing for Atlanta.
Yeah. Let's all laugh at Tottenham. Let's all laugh at Tottenham. La, 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 la. Yeah. Skamaka, 42 games, 18 goals, 6 assists. When you play to someone's strengths, his value increases. Exactly, Leslie. Exactly that, mate. Did Skamaka smile? That's a good question. Garino, good evening.
Not his thing, Garino, was it? Smiling. That weren't his thing.
Yeah, there you go. Even Happy says he was at the Toffees and Fulham, she thinks. Yes, indeed. Everton, usual. Roger Everton and Fulham as well. Steve Cox. Thank you, sir. Thank you very, very much. £10 from him. Thank you for all the memories and laughs, gents. Not sure how many Woodbines get you these days. Bless you, mate. We don't smoke Woodbines. We roll our own. And we can't even share a pouch. Because there's like 3,500 miles between us. But there you go.
It's very nice, isn't it? I can be rich.
Thank you.
We could be retiring, bud.
Yeah, mate. That's it. Like, that's 20 quid we've raised. So all we need now is another 144,990. And we'll be fine. Yeah. So, what else we got here then? Would never take to pie and mash.
That's not his thing.
Oh, he likes his passer, doesn't he? Bedfordshire Hammer. Good evening, sir. Well, we are very well, thank you. And we hope you are too. Maltese, this is always a great show. Thank you, Maltese. Really appreciate it.
There's too many compliments coming in here, guys.
I know, yeah.
Yes, well, that's what's going on.
One of the things that, well, it's the end of the season. They're hoping that.
They're being nice. Yeah, we've got a new manager. They're being nice.
We get transferred next season to another network. I think the cultural thing was a big thing. Often is with the Italians. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. I think for a lot of foreign players, it is.
The only Italian in recent history that did really take to being at West Ham was obviously Paolo Di Canio. But he was exactly a run-of-your-mill Italian, was he?
No. I think it's like for any player coming to a different country, different cultures and different weather, it's tough, man. It's tough. And I told you before about the first time I played here for Surfers, right, on a Saturday afternoon at 3 o'clock, about 25, 27 degrees. At half-time, I thought I was going to die. The heat. Playing in heat, I weren't used to it. My feet were killing me. The ground was hard, rock hard, and running around in that sun, man. Oh man, it took a while to get used to. I was in the shower at half time, mate, gasping for fucking breath. So it is tough.
Yeah, Billy Bob, thank you for joining us, boss. Gently caress the like button.
That every week, Bob. He does a bit of gentle caressing, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. Yeah. I wouldn't mind being his wife if that's how he treats the like button,
Yeah, lucky girl.
HH, get yourself a t-shirt with moderator on duty on it. Go on, says Brendan. Well, I tell you what, he's already got a jacket with a Green Streets Elites jacket, which I sent her. Don't know if she's ever worn it, but Frank Bruno, the Brazilian version, looks a big lad, real lump, who won't be pushed around. Oh, this is the centre back we're talking about, is it? Okie dokie. I don't think Moyes was able to manage players well if they're foreign. Yeah, there must have been some kind of, mismanagement now with certain players. It weren't just the foreign ones either, to be fair. He mismanaged what's his name, Johnson, as well. And we've lost him as a result of that. Just followed Billy Bob's lead. Thank you, Brendan. appreciated that. They probably can't understand a word of Scottish. Probably right, Trudge. How would that benefit me or the show? Oh, what, wearing a moderator t-shirt? Well, you'd have to be on screen for anybody to see it, and we know that that's
send a photo.
Yeah. Vincent Company to Bayern Munich, so maybe Burnley go for Moyes. Yeah, that's a good shout. That is a good shout. I think Everton are going to go in for him though. Big changes coming up at the club, as we know. Let's start that. Turn that off. And we'll come back to the comments in a minute. But we will just say hello to Damien. Good evening, Damien. Thank you for joining us. Mandy, thank you for joining us, sweetheart. Really nice to see you. Anyone else I've missed? Paul Smith, he's in the chat. Good evening, Paul. And that's, I think, oh no, look, we got Tony from Early Doors Football TV. Good evening to you, Tony. Big up Budgie Kieran. We should stay up longer in the morning.
So training, is he?
Oh, he's training in the morning. No, what he means is he's getting on a train and going somewhere. Anyone else in the chat that I've missed so far? Not as yet. Right, so let's cancel that and go back up here where we were, which is there. Yes, big changes coming up at the club. Obviously, coaching staff, management gone, and it looks like all of the coaching staff except for our goalkeeping coach has gone. Heiting has gone. Nolan's gone. Whoever else it was has gone. They've all gone. 4 of them now, I believe. And so, you know, it looks like obviously the incoming manager, reputed to be Julian Lopetegui, will bring in his own first team crew. And there was a question asked when I was in the chat for Stel Show on Monday, and the question was, do the youth team coaches change as well? I don't think so. I didn't. I said as much on Monday night. You know, I don't think that changing the youth setup will be of any benefit to Lopetegui. No. I think it works very well as it is right now. They've been challenging for titles for the last couple of seasons or more. And I don't think, as I said, I don't think it would do the youth system any good to change anything. Unless, of course, you know, the coaches choose to leave. And then, yeah. But I think that would probably be, you know, the replacements would probably be sourced from within the club, I would think. Or, you know, somebody that's already in that job elsewhere may be recruited. But, you know, who knows? Who knows? But I really do believe that the youth system will be left as is at the moment. Lookman may have scored 3 goals in the European final.
Yeah, he does, Carino. Yeah, I remember that well because Fabianski had a go at him, didn't he? He thought he was taking a piss with that penalty.
Yeah. It was Lookman, but he was with Leicester when he missed the penalty, I think.
So you reckon it was Leicester, Mandy? I've just got in my head him in a white shirt, so that's what I'm thinking Fulham. But maybe you're right.
Yeah,
can't trust me, I tell you.
Yellow was their second choice
colour. Is that bird noisy, Budge?
Yeah, I can hear him. I
can do my head in, never mind yours. Yeah, Penanka, yeah. Yeah, see, I'm right, Stevie.
Yeah. I'd rather have a bottle of red. Okay. Yeah, I do like a drop of red myself. Charlton, yeah, that's right. Everton and Fulham. Penalty miss was Fulham. Thank you, Mandy. Fair enough. Can't argue with that. The worst penalty Roger'd seen, apparently. Fulham missed that outrageous penalty. He also played for Leicester, I think. Yes, he did. And Everton. But all on loan in Premier League. Tried to do the chip. Fabi got up and caught it.
Yeah, it was bad. I think it was an important part of the game too. They needed that goal. I remember. Yeah.
So, who are we voting for? Southampton or Leeds at the weekend? Well, it ain't going to be dirty Leeds, is it? Let's be fair.
I don't know.
I'd be supporting Southampton. I've got to be honest. Yeah.
I think I might tip for Leeds because I don't know. I've always had a sort of soft spot for Leeds. You know, going back to the 70s. So yeah, it might be Leeds for me.
Mandy wants Leeds. Oh, there it is. There, Mandy wants Leeds. Any truth to Pep looking to leave? Now, I heard something about this earlier, and I think even maybe Tony and his guests mentioned it on the Early Doors Football TV show earlier.
Really?
Yeah, that he might be looking to leave. Listen, if Pep Guardiola leaves Manchester City, he will not appear anywhere else in the United Kingdom. Unless, of course, he becomes the England manager. That's probably the only job he might even consider in the UK. He's not going to go to another British club. Trust me. Brendan thinks it'll be Leeds. He doesn't want to be in charge when they get penalised. Yeah, that's a good point now. Maybe he just feels that he's done everything he can with them. You know, he's set records that are going to be bloody nigh impossible for anybody to achieve. You know, there's many reasons why you might want to leave, and many reasons why you might not want to leave. Atlanta were 50-1 for a 3-0 win, and a Lookman hat trick was 250-1.
I should think it would be usual. Fucking hell, man.
So if you put a quid on both of those, you're like 300 quid, 400, 350.
Sweet, wouldn't it?
300 and something quid up. Usual car. Core, not car. Leeds 11-8, Southampton 7-4, draw 9-4. Thank you very much, Bet365. Yeah. Oh, gone too far with that. Hope it's the Saints that come up, but reckon it will be Leeds again. Yeah, I would like it to be the Saints myself. Because we've got a player now, and it would be nice for him to help them to obtain promotion. And B, because I can't stand dirty Leeds. I just fucking hate them. I hate them. I don't like them. I don't hate them. That's not strictly true. Because
it's a little bit over the top, isn't it? Bloody hating people this time.
No, I don't hate them at all. It's not that.
You know,
it's just that
I'm not that bothered.
You know, there are certain clubs where historically you've kind of had a bit of a thing against them because of maybe certain events or games that have not gone your way against them or whatever. Leeds just happens to be one of them, you know. Right. My one and only trip to Ellen Road ended up in pure misery. So, you know, we got beat, I think it was 2 or 3-0. Missed my last train home. Got nicked for being drunk and disorderly. You know how it goes. You know. Zaza. Yeah, Simeone Zaza. Love him. Okay. Admit it. Who was excited when we signed Zaza? Look, I actually quite liked the name. I just thought the name was really cool. And so I had kind of big hopes for him. he turned out to obviously be a donkey, but yeah, I was kind of quite happy.
Yeah, we
Big
done
up
it.
Budgie and Kieran. Wish I could stay long training in the morning. I did do that one ages ago. Big up all in the chat. Did that. Tony, Steve. Some of our transfer rooms this week were kind of worrying.
That's why I don't take any notice of them, George. I just ignore them.
No, they're just. There's no substance to many of them, and like Anton described the other night or the other day on one of his shows, he said, "Look, get player A," and his agent says, "Right, we've got to broaden your horizons." So he goes to the Daily Mail, for argument's sake, and he says, "Player A, who I represent, has had some interest shown in him by West Ham United." Then they go and print it, and then the next person looks at it and goes, "Oh," and they look into it a little bit, and then they go and print it, and then before you know it, it's viral, and then it's a done deal, and then it never materializes. So pay no attention. Pay no attention.
It's every year now. I've seen it. When I was on American Hammers TV a couple of years ago, they done a spreadsheet of how many people we were linked with, and it ended up being 150, links. And Russie B done it last season, didn't he? And I think he was past the 130 odd mark. Really, when there's only 6 of these rumours going to be true out of 130 odd, it's pointless taking too much notice of them.
Yeah, really I'll pay no attention to any of them. Pete Chelmsford, thank you for joining us, sir. Would have been better signing Hector and Kiki instead of Zaza. Only oldies will get that one. Yes, I had Hector's house. I remember that. It was a cartoon.
Zaza Gabor.
Happy says, yeah, it was actually a good show, Happy. I watched it, listened to it while I was prepping. Very Pellegrini-like signings. 10 mil centre back. Solly special. But Anthony Herbert, good evening to you, Anthony. This is one of Tony's friends. He's an Arsenal fan, comes from Bristol.
All right. No, Anthony, if you were relying on us to beat Man City, son, you're aiming too high. That was never going to happen, mate. We scored a goal against them. That was the miracle. And what a goal, too.
Oh, yeah, probably one of the best goals of the season.
Yeah, fantastic. Fantastic goal.
And it's also nice to see that Areola made the Players' Team of the Year. The Professional Players Team of the Year, Premier League Team of the Year, something like that, and the Castrol Oils Team of the Year, whatever that is. But yeah, he made Team of the Year for goalkeeper, so that's really good to see. Really good to see. Happy Amaret, no worries. Yeah, it went well next time. Yeah. Man City 1-3, Man United 15-2, draw 4-1. Well, there ain't going to be a draw. I suppose that's after 90 minutes.
Yes, after 90.
Maybe that'll happen. Maybe that'll happen. But I can see Man City romping away with it.
Well, mate, I can't see Man City. I could do any. Look, finals are finals, mate. You can never ever be 100% sure with finals. But my word, if Man City can't beat them, something wrong.
Yeah, that's a good point. Trosh says now that Kress stays on, it looks like we won't be signing Leif Davis.
No, I wouldn't have thought so, mate. I think if we're keeping him as our backup left back, I can't see us spending money on another left back. I'd very much doubt it. I'd see us definitely getting a right back. But
we've just let one of our products go, haven't we? Good evening, Lynn. Thank you very much for your lovely words. Another compliment that this is getting too much. Getting too much, mate. Mark says a Flamengo fan. I think he means flamenco. I don't know. He's saying we're taking their best defender. He is top of nearly all the stats.
All right.
Ariel Jules won. He also played against England recently.
Oh, okay. That's something.
Yeah. Yes, Happy, indeed. A low price doesn't mean they're going to be shit, though, Trudge. Not when we have a great scout out there. And to be fair, you know, Vladimir Soufal and Craig Dawson are perfect examples of that statement. Between them, 10 million quid. You know, look at the amount of joy we've had from those two players, especially from like Craig Dawson. I mean, it was like he was born. It was like he was born in the kit when he came to play for us.
They were right for the time, mate. It's as simple as that. Both
exactly
of them.
Exactly that. Good morning, John, expat Thailand. Morning,
Phuket, John.
I will say it properly. Phuket or Phuket. Yeah, I used to call it fuck it.
Nice part of the world, that, mate. Phuket. Very nice.
Ellen, good evening to you, ladders. Thank you for joining us, darling. Sorry to see Nolan going. They may have found a job like they did with Nobes. Well, that would be nice if they did, but
no. I mean, when you get a new manager like this, mate, like I say, a new broom sweeps clean. He needs to have his own staff there and do it his way. Otherwise, you're compromising him. He's got to, unless he wanted one of them, that's up to him. But he has to come in and put his own stamp on it, doesn't he?
Yeah,
and hopefully it's a good stamp. So.
Yeah. Lookman was with Fulham when he tried to chip the keeper for the penalty. Thank you, Peter. Yeah, it's been confirmed now. Low price means we're gambling. I think the higher the price, the higher the gamble, mate. I mean, look at, for example, Philippe Anderson. 31 million, 36 million, something like that, wasn't it, for him? We got about 36 quid's worth of work out of him, in my opinion. He was great at times, but most of the time
as usual, sitting in a betting shop or something, find out what he's. Or is he a bookie? Is usual a bookie?
I don't know. Either that, or he just likes to have a little flutter.
I think he might do. I mean, he might be a tic-tac man. Exactly.
Right. Celtic 5-6, Rangers 11-4, draw 5-2. Yeah. The CP isn't a position I would gamble with. No, I understand where you're coming from, Trudge.
Might not be a gamble.
But, you know, we made a huge gamble on Craig Dawson. And that never turned out badly. And he weren't exactly what you would call a premium player, premium price or anything. In fact, he was bargain basement, mate. He was like a desperation site. And look how fucking good he turned out. You know, or striker. Yeah, I mean, you know, exactly that. Or are we finding unproven gems, says Happy? Time will tell. Is training how to make a cup of tea. It's challenging, but I have faith in him. Got to start somewhere, I guess.
Every transfer is a gamble, mate.
Yeah, look, Mark asked usual the same question you did. Look,
Mark's onto it. Mark's onto it.
This Bruno guy, this is the Brazilian, I take it, hasn't been beaten 1v1 this season. I read. Nice.
Okay.
Right. Happy says no, but he's our bookie.
Sure is.
Got your own private bookie now, HH, have you? Hey, you working for Sky Bet? Got your slips next to your bet. Oi, hold on. How would you know that? Oi.
Steady.
Bedfordshire says, please come back next season, Budgie Kieran.
Really only if you do Bedfordshire.
We will indeed, And we will be doing stuff during the close season as well. Maybe not every Wednesday, but we'll try and do something on a weekly basis if we can.
Send in a suggestion what you think we could talk. What shite should we talk about?
The thing is, we've got an idea of stuff that we'd like to discuss, but that might not be what you lot want to hear. So give us an idea of the stuff you want us to cover when the season's closed. And if you say transfers, you're banned for life.
Yeah, ain't happening. And not unless the geezer's flying in when we've seen a photo of him in Staunton on a fucking plane. Then we'll talk about it.
The back of it. And he's got to have the dildo brother standing behind him. No, seriously though, we will be back. We will be.
We're starting that budge. See, I've gone from I need to see the shirt, right? But I just need to see the photo in the plane. See, I'm buckled to that. If I see that photo, that's good enough for me. It's happening.
Yeah, I'll get that. I'll tell you what, just be nice if we sign some centre halves.
Yeah. There you go. I think, look, Budgie, it's crazy, we've been supposedly a defensive-minded coach and team for the last few years, and yet the first thing we do need to do is sort that back out. It's a mess. Zuma's a mess. We're not sure if Aged is out the door. Mavropanos is still settling. So we've got to bring in there first. Centre half is priority. We've got to stop leaking goals, and that's where we got to start. Then worry about the rest.
Yeah. So, listen, do me a favour for a second, Kieran. Just chat about, I don't know, anything you want for a minute. I've got to get this hoodie off. I'm boiling up here, mate. I'm really.
Right.
Just give me 2 seconds. Yeah, boiling.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, I think our defence is priority. I want to see an upgrade. Oh, I love Sufal, but I think we need an upgrade at right back, so they've got 2. But centre half especially. Again, I don't know for 100% sure if Aged's at the door or not, but all the signs are that he is. So we need to replace him. Zuma worries the shit out of me. I'm not sure he suits Lopetegui at all. So at least I think we need 2 centre halves. I think we can. I'll say we got Cresswell now and Emerson, so we could probably hang fire on that. I want to see Emerson. I thought he was superb first half of the season. I thought he really tailed off in the second half of the season. Not the only one. So did Paquetá. And I'm not sure if we're going to sell him now. I really don't. From the form he was in that last couple of months, I'm not so sure he's going to sit in.
The tail off on performance and stuff may have been something to do with motivation.
Maybe, Gazer. For whatever reason. He has been very average because he was on his way to be a hammer of the year. He was up there, then he tailed off, mate. But so did Paquetá. Maybe that's a part to do with it as well, because he was linking up really well with him. Well, for whatever reason, hopefully he gets a fresh start again next season and does well. But we upgrade the right back as well, so we got 2 fouls back up.
You see, the one thing I like about Emerson, I'm going to talk about Emerson for a couple of minutes. One thing I like about Emerson is that he's tenacious. He has, he's got a drive, an inner drive about him, and that was kind of evident from the moment he was debuted. He came on and put 100% effort into his first and every.
Yeah, it was good, man.
Up until maybe the last 6 weeks or so.
Yeah.
And then it tailed off. And I got a funny feeling, that's motivation. I got a funny feeling that David Moyes' approach to the job tailed off, and therefore so did everybody else's. It's all very well. Everyone was saying, the players are already on the beach and all this, that, and the other. But what about
I don't believe that.
What if he was already, got his feet under the table at Everton or wherever? Do you know what I mean? If he's already got himself lined up for something and he knows he's leaving, why would he be motivated and why would he want to motivate players? Obviously, he doesn't want to finish on a low, but
I think that
the Luton game was definitely the only game we were winning.
Yeah, we beat Luton. That's the main thing. We had a good second half.
Yeah, we did.
But kudos. I mean, his levels never dropped. You know, all through this. I mean, kudos has been a bit of a standout in this last couple of months where we've been pretty shit. His effort has been there. So has Souček. So has Sofal. Their effort has been unquestionable in these games. So has Bowen. Even Antonio. The effort's there. I think the effort's there with Zuma and that, but I'm just not sure he's good enough.
No.
But
and
that's why
players like Alvarez, you think to yourself, the effort is there, maybe just rein it in a little bit. You know what I mean? It's all very well you going in for these challenges, etc., but you're picking up far too many cards, you know, and that's dangerous for us when we're in such a precarious position. We ain't got nobody to back him up.
No, we need one there, guys. Like I said, he brought in Phillips for that job, and it didn't quite work out.
Yeah, but we're talking about like a dinosaur of a manager doing that, and Lopetegui's got a much better approach.
No, we'll need a backup to Alvarez, guys. That without a doubt, we need one. And I thought it was really unjustified. His yellow card against Man City, mate. That was a great tackle for me. Great tackle. Nothing wrong with it at all. And he got a yellow card for it.
Yeah.
Bit unfair. But
it's just a new version of the Birdie song. Peter.
Yeah.
Craven Cottage, thank you, James. Southampton, he wants Southampton. Gospel truth, I've backed Raith Rovers to beat Ross County tomorrow night.
My God.
Fair play to you, usual.
Wouldn't have a clue.
Crikey. Can you just imagine Jonathan Ross reading out the Scottish Premier League scores?
It'd be a good laugh.
It would be hilarious, wouldn't it? Trots wants Southampton up so that they buy Ings back. Leeds can rot apart, apparently, according to Peter. Happy do love the red, just don't like the head in the morning. The red wine, yes. Well, it depends, you see. If you just drink red wine and don't have anything else, then the head isn't so bad in the morning.
No.
No.
I usually have a couple of glasses every night.
Don't want to get banned from YouTube. I was going to say, if you get the wife on the red, the head in the morning's even better. But anyway, that's not what I shouldn't be saying stuff like that. Anyway, that is grim. Getting ready for a new manager. Today I watched West Ham v Bradford 5-4. Cracking game with 3 penalties denied. Yes, Billy Bob. Indeed, there were. Controversial, 2 of them, maybe. I think the third one was nailed on, though.
What fucking was that? Oh, at Lincoln City. Fucking.
No, mate. There's not a fucking. Not all the time. I got a hole in my arse. That's for sure. We don't like Leeds, do we, Smugs? No, we don't, Happy. We don't like Leeds. We don't like them at all.
Well, I don't like Arsenal. There you go. I'm just delighted that they didn't win the league. There you go. Mate, delighted.
Yeah, we're going to have a party. We're going to have a party.
No.
He's fucked it up. Mr. Bong. Good evening, Mr. Ailes, my old collar. Southampton for me. We can poach a couple of Leeds players. Nonto, Somerville, and Dan Jones. Yeah.
Somerville, I wouldn't mind.
People talk highly of him. That Nonto. Well, there we go. Poch says we would take England job when Waistcoat fucks up Euros again.
He better not fuck it up, Peter, because my God, that when you look at that England squad that's going to that Euro, my word, you've got a plethora of players to choose from. He's got to get that right. No reason why he can't go on and win that.
Yeah.
But it is Southgate, so that's the trouble. But at least he's seen the light with not picking Henderson or Rashford or Phillips. There's something to be said for that. Maybe the penny's dropped.
Yeah. Leslie says that both Pep and Arteta are both out of contract next season. Is Arteta for an underhanded approach? Maybe. Pep can offload Calvin Phillips back to Leeds if they come up. Yeah, well, I'm sure there you have it. Mr. Knight says, if Saints come up, though, would we get Downs back? Possibly not, Keith, but in some respects, that isn't such a bad thing for maybe another season or two. Maybe if we extended the loan contract for another season, at least then he wouldn't be able to play against us, would he?
Yeah, I think if we're not going to take him back, we'll sell him. We'll let Southampton buy him. They love him there. He loves it there.
Yeah.
It all seems to make sense, So unless this manager Lopetegui comes in and says, "No, I want him here in the squad," that's the only thing that'll change that.
Well, apparently, according to Peter, Downs has said that he doesn't want to come back.
No, he doesn't. Apparently, he's very happy with Southampton. So it might be best for all to just let him go there, get our money back on him.
And the price for Flynn Downs will go up if they come to the Premier League. Last 15 seasons, 12 titles, Pep. He is ridiculous. In 15 seasons, 12 titles.
Yeah, 7 out of 8. I know that much. In the last 8 years, he won 7 of them.
Yeah. Mousegate to the Manx, yeah. Let's have him go to Man United. That'd be great. I could ask usual. What's the betting on soon as Man United lose the FA Cup final, Ten Hag being sacked the next day? Oh, good.
That's what I predicted about a month ago. They'll sack him after that final.
Yeah. I do know a few Leeds fans, to be honest. Disabled team and his family, and they are nice. But my experience with fans over the last few years haven't been great. No.
Yeah. Can imagine that.
Yeah, and we've got a friend, Happy and I have got a friend that drinks in the Carpenters, and what's his bloody name now? A little short fella, I can't remember his name. He was attacked by some people on the station, and there was rumours that was Leeds fans, but he claimed that it had nothing to do with football, but it was it was after a Leeds game it happened. That's also sort of highlighted why I don't like Leeds, because that happened to one of my pals. Can't even remember his name now. Toggy, something like that. Happy to tell me in a minute. If they have a pulse 2 legs, we will be linked with them. Completely and utterly true. I'm on the borders of Kent, Howard. All right, okay. James, very disappointed you guys aren't covering the transfer rumours. All you have to say is move on.
That's it.
Okay. Right.
That's it, boy. Mr. Bob.
Manuel Lanzini's coming back, and we're going to get Dimitri Payet back as well.
We're in for Lookman now. We're in for him.
Yeah, we're in for Lookman. Yeah, we get players and only signed 6, so stay calm and wait for Tim's plane. Exactly, Leslie. Exactly that. The links seem more purposeful this year. Seeing a lot of inverted wingers, good value centre backs, tall mobile strikers. Really hope we get a bang on the season.
Yeah, mate. It's all the time, Damien. Recruitment is crucial, as it is to every manager, every team. You live and die by it, and I'm hoping that between Staunton and this Lopetegui, they get it right. Get it right, mate. It could be an exciting season coming. Yeah. Really, really good.
New name to me, Kicks. How are you doing, lad? Very well, thank you, young man. Nice to see you. Lovely to see you, and thank you for commenting. The Brazilian centre back sounds very close, so he will sign next month.
Okay. It's hard to comment, and I've never ever seen him play, so I wouldn't know if it's a good signing or not. But if these boys think it's a good, if Steinem thinks it's a good signing, that's good enough for me.
Yeah. Castle Save of the Season nomination for the Villa Luis save. That's right. Yes, the Douglas Luiz. It was that curling one where he reached up and just managed to tip it over the bar. Castrol Save of the Season. Oh, it's the save of the season, not the team of the season. Okay, got you. My bad. My bad. New Palace manager would have been good for us.
Done well, hasn't he, Peter? Done well. It helps having Elise and Eze in the team, mind you, and Mateta just banging in goals for fun. Yeah, but yeah, he has done well with them. Really well.
Yeah.
Glasner.
You might have a chance as the City players are still on the piss.
I don't think Pep's letting them do that.
Yeah, that Liazzo. Yeah, well, he was very young, wasn't he? He was only about 17 when we brought him over here.
Yeah, that was a punt thing. That took a punt on him. It hasn't worked. So.
Yeah. Tim didn't find them. No, that's right. And the poor guy who found Souček has passed away. R.I.P. Yeah, it's very sad. Don't know who he was, but very sad. What Mark wants to know: what have Emerson, Scamacca, Smalling, and Mkhitaryan got in common? I look forward to seeing the answer to that. I don't know.
Have they all won trophies since they left
the Premier League?
I don't know.
Yeah, but Emerson won loads with Chelsea, so it won't be that.
Yeah,
he won near enough all the trophies he's got with Chelsea. Emerson, Scamacca, Smalling, Mkhitaryan. No, mate, I really don't know. You're going to have to tell us, Mark.
They've won something.
Hi, mate. Yeah, I believe that's the case. My work takes me to both cities regularly. Okay. Could have made Nolan director of the iPad. He was live streaming TikToks, Steve. Okay. I hope Lopetegui takes an interest in watching the under 18s and 21s to add some of the youngsters to the first team squad that deserve a chance. Well, the rumour is that he's very interested in the youth players, and the facts are that he managed the Spanish national under 18s and under 23s, I think it was, and done very well with both of them. So, yeah. They've won the Europa Conference double. Okay,
yeah.
Question for you then.
Was it Smalling with Roma?
Who is the only player ever to have won every European title available, including internationals? See if you can answer that. Can you answer that, Kieran?
Emerson?
Correct. It is Emerson.
Yeah.
And he's even won the European Super Cup as well with Chelsea. So he's won everything. Everything. He's the only player ever to do so. So fair play to him. And he's done that with 2 clubs. What else we got? Revolving doors have just been installed at Rush Green for all the ins and outs during the transfer window.
Yeah. They're going out, all right.
My son has a building and maintenance business, and I've been to Portsmouth and Southampton with him on occasions. Okay. Portsmouth and Southampton, they're actually quite nice towns, both of them. Let's just give the new coach and Tim time to let us back.
It's so important that regardless of how we start next season, that this boy gets time. He has to have time to rebuild. You're rebuilding a whole team there for me, and you're going to have 4 or 5 new starters in that team to progress. So the recruitment again is crucial, and just give him time. It might not kick off the best, but give him time. It'll come, hopefully. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But we'll know by Christmas if there's any progress.
Howard, he's a fire and flood technician, and Portsmouth and Southampton are his territories when he's not sculpting naked ladies.
Nice one, Howard.
I'll tell you what, Howard, whenever you do your next sculpture, let me know and I'll come and pass you your chisels and your carving tools. I promise not to get involved. I'll just pass you your tools.
Yeah.
I'll be good at that.
Make you up some mud.
Yeah.
Oh, did I tell you what I was doing the last 3 days, geezer?
Oh, go on.
I was working. My mate phoned me up on Saturday.
Yeah.
Boy, I've known here in Australia about 40 years. Top lad, little Frankie. He's a waterproofer, and he scored this job round the corner from me. So he phoned me up and said, look, you want to give me a hand with it for a couple of days? So, yeah, I've been waterproofing on this big retaining wall. Right. He was a player, geezer. He actually, I've known him since about 1987. And here, because he came to Australia and played in Perth. Then the Brisbane Lions signed him, and he came to Brisbane Lions. But previous to that, he's a Scottish boy out of Alloa. Previous to that, he was a pro footballer at Leicester when he was in the reserve team with Lineker, but broke his leg and didn't go on. But yeah, just thought I'd give you that little ditty.
So everybody was commenting that I was changing my top. I'd forgotten I didn't turn the camera off. My apologies for that. For those of you that were throwing up on your keyboard or
I can start stripping here if you want, mate. If that's make you feel better.
Yeah.
Can rip me kit off. No worries.
And apparently I'm being pimped out now. So hold up. The Brazilian centre-back we're in talks with looks a bit stiff on the eye, but his stats read well. He made the national side, so I'm hoping good. Okay. Emerson, hammer of the year, first half of the season. Absolutely, Trudge. Not quite inspiring enough for Howard. Bowen second. Yeah.
Yeah, that's basically it, Trudge. And you always remember the second half of the season more when it comes to players' ears and all that, isn't it? So I think Bowen rightly got it. I think the three of them, if you put Areola in there and Emerson and Bowen, I think they were the only three that are going to win it.
Yeah, yeah.
No, them
usual says, with my top off, I look like a ringer for Rob Edwards. He's only saying that to wind Happy up. You know that, don't you?
Rob Edwards' arsehole.
Apparently, I make Leslie look okay. Oh, thanks for that, mate. Rob Edwards' dad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's a bit nicer than my version, I suppose.
Buggy Edwards. Yeah, that's it. Alvarez, fully committed. That is a phrase I would love to use again. Thank you, Trudge. I love that. Fully committed. Percy Edwards. Percy Edwards, fuck's sake. Hard to stop a dog chasing a ball. Yeah, that's true. Abby's gone for recovery. Oh, what? Because I had my shirt off. Yeah, all right. She don't need to recover from that. mind you, I suppose anybody would have to recover from that. L-Tel, good evening to you, sir. Thank you for joining us. I hope you're well. Yes, we hope you're well. Keith. Keith says, Kieran, totally agree about the Alvarez yellow card.
Yeah.
The ref was carding the reputation rather than tackle.
It seemed it, didn't it? It was a cracking tackle.
Yeah, it was fantastic. And he got the ball. He got the ball beautifully. So, you know.
There you go.
You need to drink water between red wine glasses. Works for me. All right, we're back on the red wine talk, are we? Okay, good. Let's detract from me having my shirt off. That's a good idea. X-rated jokes from Budgie. Boom, boom. There's only one Edwards. Well, there was till West Ham rocked up and decided to win a game. Right, let's see what else.
Mate, it's not even a week either that the season's been finished, and there's three managers down already, isn't there? There's 3 gone already at the Premier League, and possibly Ten Hag, if I'm right. There'll be 4 gone already. It's only a week. A week's been gone.
Yeah.
Now the keeper done nothing wrong, mate. It's just the boy finishing was clinical as. You couldn't fault the keeper for it. You couldn't. There were a few good goals.
So, you know, that would be a question I would have asked too, actually, to be fair. England are 3-1 and 7-2 for the Euros. Okay. Atlanta got stuck into them, HH. Didn't let them play their pass.
Yeah, exactly that, Mark. They stopped them playing, man. Yeah, even that Florian Wirtz was a bit off it tonight. Xhaka, they shut him down. They stopped him running the show. They basically went man for man and closed everything down. And they were physical and they were strong. They were really good. Played it really well.
Yeah. It was Toots, the fella that I was talking about, the one that was attacked.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. Yeah, Toots.
Yeah. Really, really nice guy. I mean, Happy and I were in the pub with him like all day. Yeah. And when we saw him in there before the game, I think we got there quite early, about 4 o'clock in the afternoon or something, you know. We were there all afternoon, went to the game, a few drinks after the game. He said, look, I've got to go. He went off. 10 minutes later, we left. I walked to the station with Happy, and everything was asked about Faith. The place was closed off and everything. It was a shocker. And then we find out it was him, and we were very upset. Let's just say that. Leeds fans used to be loud at the bowling. Listen, they're loud at the London Stadium and all, Trudge. Trust me. I've seen 3 games in the recent years against them at the London Stadium, an FA Cup and 2 league games, and they have been loud every time. And fair play to them. It's good when the away fans are loud because it kind of G's us lot up a bit more sometimes. Yeah, some of the loud ones, yeah. Let's see who else is in the chat. We are after Batshuayi again.
God, stop.
Fucking hell. Yeah. 5446 was my number. Right now, someone else has that number. I know that song too, Toots and the Maytals. Oh, because of the Toots comment from Happy. Yes, of course. No, Toots was the name of the fella that we know in the pub.
What was the name of that band? Toots and the something. What was it, Budge?
Toots and the Maytals.
That's the Maytals or whatever, yeah. That's it. They've done a great, one really brilliant track they've got, haven't they?
They've done a few really good ones, but
there's one that I really loved of theirs though. Sort of a reggae thing, isn't it?
Yeah, they're all reggae, all their stuff.
Yeah.
5446. That was my number. That's the one I think you're.
Yeah, gotcha now. No, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, really good.
Did one called Peeping Tom. That was quite funny. Yeah.
No, that one you're talking about, Budge. I think that was my favourite. What's my number?
46. What's my number? What's my number? Yeah. Alvarez needs someone fast alongside him. Yeah, he does. If Manure sack him, it will cost him £10 million in compensation.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's when we wouldn't bother them, would it? If they've got the right manager lined up, someone else, because I think he's going nowhere. And I was a fan of Ten Hag, believe me, but I think he's going nowhere with them.
Yeah,
I think it's time. I think it's time for them to change.
Yeah. Yeah, Toots and the Motels. See, there you go. Skamaka got an assist.
Yeah, he did, mate. He picked the ball up around the centre circle, mate, and just carried it for about 20 metres, then pushed it out left to Lookman, and he cut inside and banged it. He did. Good goal.
There's a good point there, Happy. But the thing is, if we'd have taken Alvarez out of the central midfield position, we'd have been.
No, yeah. We need another. We need 2 more centre halves, mate.
Yeah,
that's the answer, isn't it?
I do get your thinking there, but to be fair, I'm kind of glad we didn't do that. I'm kind of glad. Anyone seen the list of youngsters released? No, I haven't, Peter. Do you know what it is, and can you put them into the chat? Do we get extra cash for him winning something? Probably not. Roger says an extra 50p. Emerson has won the lot. I think he is the only Europa Conference, Europa League, Champions League, and Club World Cup, and also European Super League as well. He's won. Where, the Champions League and Europa League final. He's won that.
Yeah, he's probably won a Charity Shield as well. They like to count that these days, don't they?
Yeah, he's won the World Club Cup as well with Chelsea.
Yeah, well, he's won too much.
He has. He's won a lot, and that's why I want us to keep him. Yeah.
Okay, you think you'd give one to Kane, wouldn't you? So fucking win buckle.
Does anyone know who missed the Spuds penalty tonight? Oh, I didn't know they'd missed one. Emmy?
Oh, did they play here in Australia? Yeah, is that the game?
Yeah.
Newcastle and Tottenham?
Yeah.
All right.
Not bad for a Brazilian. Eltel cheated. He made me text slow. Touche. Brian Gill missed the penalty. Brian Gill, never heard of him.
Yeah, I have.
One of their younger players.
One of their fringe players, mate, yeah.
18th of June for the new season's fixtures. So 18th of June, that's a bloody Wednesday, I think. I think that's a Wednesday. If that's the case, we'll do a show that night and we'll dedicate it.
Usual. What's the chance? What's the betting on us getting Man City away the first game?
Yeah.
That'd be right.
That'd be about right, yeah, or Arsenal.
We'll be at home against Ipswich. Take that.
Apparently, Howard works in stone and marble.
All right.
That's good money. That's really good money if you're doing stone masonry.
Yeah, I knew a geezer here who used to do that. Used to do all the. I got mine done here. Stone kitchen worktops. They come and take a template and measure it up and then plonk it on.
Yeah. Didn't we discuss this after the show last week? Your stone. I know we were on bloody thing for about. I know. Me and Keith. When me and Keith. Well, when we brought Keith on. And we were in the green room, and I said, right, gonna have to go. And you went. Oh no, you didn't. You stayed. Me and Keith, we were chatting until about bloody 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning. No, about 3:30 it was. After you left, me and Keith were still chatting till about 3:30. It was hilarious. Yeah, it was good fun. We had a great laugh, and we also had a bit of a art to art as well, which was really nice. We shared a few things, and that was really nice. You know, we'll have to do that again, Keith. Company looks like it's on the way to Brian Steinberg. Eh?
That'd be a big punt for Bayern Munich to take Company there.
Yeah,
but
I wouldn't have minded us taking a punt on him.
I like the guy. I mean, I like the way he tries to play football. You know, with a team that's probably not good enough to do it, but he might be able to make it work at Bayern. But I think that was a hell of a gamble.
Lynn, thank you very much. She says I haven't got a bad body.
Right, mate, you ain't seen mine, Lynn. I'm going to strip up in a minute, mate. See my perfect abs.
Your perfect abs. yeah, but your son's wearing them.
I got a six pack in the fridge.
I've got the body of an Adonis, mate. The only thing is my son wears it. Can't get Pep or Arteta to go for Company. Yeah, true. I don't know what the Big Bang Theory is, so I wouldn't even know what that's about. Oi, someone's getting... She getting all jealous, bless her.
Yeah, it's pretty unprofessional, guys. I'd be stripping off in front of me. Like,
I just got booked for taking his shirt off. Yeah, well, no, I didn't get booked.
I got it right, Mr. 58. I got it right. I said, my prediction at the beginning of the season was between 8th and 10th. And that is 9th. But I didn't actually mean 9th, right? I actually mean 8th, 9th, or 10th. So I can't take full credit for it. But I did say between 8th and 10th.
We're actually one place lower than I expected, I have to be honest. I thought we were going to get 8th. Next year,
I haven't got a clue till we see the signings.
Nah, but I'm going to be hoping for a top 10 finish next season. Expect at least be pleasantly surprised. Yeah, that's about right. 10th. 10th. Get your own predictions. Brenton, you're funny. Atlanta man marked proper defending. Yeah, I'm hearing quite some good stuff about this game from tonight. I'm going to have to.
It was good. It was just tactically, the guy got it right against Leverkusen. He got it bang on.
Yeah.
He played a high press budge. You know, he stopped them coming out of the back with the ball. They kept nicking it. They kept losing it. Leverkusen, because they had a man-on-man everywhere. And then when they did get up front, they just couldn't break their defence down. It was a typical great Italian performance. But they did defend from the front, and they done it well.
Yeah. Brendan says Karabag had a go at both games, which they did. We went low block.
Absolutely, Brendan.
And invited them into attack. Atlanta.
And if you remember, Brendan, you know, in the second game, the first half, that's what we did go at them, and we exposed them. We scored, and then sort of fell away in the second half. But the answer was not to sit deep against them, because they pick you up, they pick you apart and score. As simple as that. And that's what they did when we went there and ended up losing 2-0.
Yeah. Damien, have we seen anything of the midfielder we've been linked to from Celtic, Matt O'Reilly? If so, what do you think? Haven't seen anything of him.
No,
I don't really want to get into the players that we're linked with, if I'm honest, Damien, because other people do it, and they do it so much better than we do. They do their research. They read up on these players.
Yeah, and we don't care, Damien. We just don't care.
We only care about the people that are wearing the shirt, not ones that could potentially be wearing the shirt.
No, I've not heard of Matt O'Reilly, unless that's
Yeah. I've noticed that other teams actually tackle rather than just stand there. Hopefully, a Julian Lopetegui will teach them the ancient art of tackling.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you saying? You don't like traffic codes? Yeah, that's true. It did. Leverkusen's passing in general was poor.
Yeah, it was.
Well, in forward
Yeah,
position.
exactly that, mate. And their passing was poor. They just put them off. So that Florian Wirtz was not himself. He kept, giving it away. So did Xhaka. It's not like them. But there you go. The tactics were right at Atlanta and deserved it.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Well, don't say anything good of to make a cupcake.
Right.
Fair enough. Funky Kingston was another great tune by Toots and the Maytals. Thank you, usual. I hope you're not Googling it. I hope it's from knowledge up there, mate. When are you not hungry? And
always eating.
Oh no, she is. She's always eating.
I mean, there's nothing of her really, is there? And she's always eating.
I know. It's just, I don't know. It's always sweet stuff as well. She loves her sweet stuff, desserts and ice cream and stuff like that. I think Canio threatened Bowen for the record, so that's why he feigned an injury. Possibly. Yeah, De Gea instead of Onana. De Gea was, well...
No, I like De Gea. I thought look, let's put this isn't much of an upgrade, Onana. He weren't much of an upgrade. I think De Gea just as good, if not better.
Definitely. But, Howard says he'll have a cupcake, and I will do too, actually, Leslie. Thank you very much. Pongo, you are a fruit cake, honestly. If we'd have had that and that this team, I reckon we would have won the Europa League. Not with Moise's tactics, Bongo. No, you're right there, mate. Space cookies for all. I love that. Apparently,
What?
Yeah, what was you writing? Because we've forgotten what he said. It weren't that important.
Oh, what? Well, the fact that you don't stop eating, you don't put any weight on.
Oh, yeah, and there's nothing of her. Haven't been to Ipswich Ground before, so looking forward to that. Yeah, I have been to Ipswich's Ground back in mid to late 70s.
Yeah,
I think it was about 79 I was over there.
Fuck knows what year ago I was there, but I think it was a bit of a shithole at the time.
Yeah, but the people were nice. That's one thing I did like about the place.
Yeah,
the people were really, really nice. Lots of smiles on lots of faces.
It's all them tractors in the car park though. Fucking ridiculous.
No bollocks. This is a great watch along. Oh, nice one. Thanks, usual. We love it. I saw Ipswich beat Manure in a league game at Portman Road. That's
all right. Did you?
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, I remember going to Ipswich and Norwich. I remember going to Norwich.
Yeah. There you go. Keith agrees. We had a great long old chat. Great therapy and good laughs too. Defo do it again. Definitely, Keith. And during the close season, we'll get you to come onto the show, and we're just gonna we'll just have a banner, We'll have
we don't no referee talk. We're sick of that shit.
We're talk about anything and
all
everything.
Them referees are wankers. Fucking Keith. And as for the coppers,
Oh, see, WHU 58's got the other one. Aye. Hey.
Monkey Man.
Monkey Man. Yeah. Later.
Oh, she done a great version of that, didn't she?
Yeah. Amy Winehouse. Yeah.
Amy Winehouse done a great version of that. Yeah.
She done it on that Back to Black album. No.
Yeah. Well done, 58. Yeah, the great track there.
Yeah. But yeah, that was a good tune. First signing looks like it will be Lewis Brown, 18-year-old centre back from Arsenal who played a few games towards the end of the season for us. Oh, really? Okay. We're lacking centre back for PL2 for sure. Yeah, we've signed that new left back, Creswell. Aaron Creswell.
Apparently he's going to be good.
Don't know about Luazo. No idea about him at all, mate.
Do you know what? Kieran James went to see the other week with his mother, geezer. He went. He went to Ministry of Sound. You remember them?
Yeah, of course I do.
They were over here in Australia, and they went to see him. They reckon they were brilliant.
They're still huge all around the world, mate. You know.
Are they?
Yeah. Go to places like Ibiza and.
Yeah, I haven't heard from him for years, geezer. That's all. And he just went off. He didn't even know what he was going to see, and it happened to be Ministry of Sound. I went, fuck me, I remember that.
Yeah, mate. In fact, my sister's daughter Kelly, who now lives in Sweden, she's lived in Sweden now for 20 years, but she used to dance for Ministry of Sound.
Oh, right.
You know, one of their cages. They used to have cages up on the stage. And
yeah.
And she danced for them and ended up.
I've seen a few dancers in cages, geezer, in some certain gentlemen's clubs.
Yeah. No, but she ended up getting featured in. Do you remember that song? I wanna give you devotion. She's in the video for that.
Bro.
Not hard to miss either. Not easy to miss either. She's wearing black and white stripy leggings, so really easy to pick up. Yeah, that's my sister's daughter. That is Kelly. I remember that. Yeah, worked with colleagues called Adonis, Thor, and Jesus in Hungary. Never been more disappointed. Thor was 5'6" Peruvian with a gammy eye.
Sounds like a character. Fuck me.
For fuck's sake, with a gammy eye. Jesus fucking Christ. Went 10th judging by our European games we had to play, and generally. Yeah, see, that was where I was at, so got to be honest with you.
We're the same.
Top 10 finish again this season. I'd be happy with that. Yeah, me too.
Do you know what? I'm not even interested in the position we're in the next year. I want to watch West Ham here, middle of the fucking night as we do, and enjoy it. I'll be happy with that and seeing some progress. And if we end up in the top 10, bonus. But I would like a cup run budge next year. I'd love to see us go deep into the FA Cup or League Cup. I really would. And I think it might be nice to have a break from Europe for a year. For me, I know a lot of people won't see it that way, but I'm quite happy to have a break from Europe for a year. Just get back to try and win a domestic cup.
The quarterfinals of the League Cup this year.
Yeah, I want to get to a semi-final and have that excitement of trying to reach a final again. That'd be great. I love that.
Yeah, we all love that. Matt O'Reilly was once on Fulham's books, born in Hounslow. Okay.
All right.
10th for me last season with two factors taken into consideration, which was the European run again and more technically Moyes' shit tactics from the season before.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I know you don't want to talk transfers here, but have you seen the links to the Italian centre back?
No, we haven't.
No, haven't seen any links. Not really going to be looking at them, just at the signed players. I like the rumours. I allow myself to get excited.
Yeah. If you're into that, you actually look for players that you like around Europe and whatever, and you get linked to one that's coming to us and you know him. That's good, but I tend not to look for him unless he, I know more about Leverkusen this year than for most teams. I wouldn't mind a couple of their boys. A geezer called Xhaka doing well for him up until tonight. He was doing really
well. Bongo says he'd be happy with 17th and a trophy.
I wouldn't. I agree with that, Jamesy, but I don't want to be facing fucking relegation all year.
Be that close to relegation.
Unless the 17 spots 10 points in front of the bottom three, which it won't be next season.
Yeah. Follow your strategy. Predict low and anything above is a bonus. I'm saying 11th for next season. Nice one. Sorry, everyone. The missus has them for work. As what? Sorry. As what, Mark? Leslie. Oh, gone too far. West Fotheringham. No thanks. Got to stop being linked to relegated players. Yeah, and Fotheringham's the goalkeeper. Why don't we want another goalkeeper?
Yeah.
Kuna from Wolves and Neto left wing. Yeah, but they've done really well in the season this year, and they're not going to be selling their best players. Not if they can help it.
I do like, even though I don't, Kilman, I did like the idea of if that happened, I wouldn't mind that. The boy's pretty decent, but nice.
I mean, you're better off linking yourself.
But if they find someone from Brazil or Italy for our centre halves, I'll just go with it.
Yeah,
trust their judgment. You've got to trust his judgment that we're bringing in the right player.
We've had quite a good record with Italian centre backs, to be fair. Ogbonna was fantastic during his prime period, I think, the specials, yes.
Love them.
They also did that track. I can't remember the title of it again now, but anyway. Wolves are going to get raided. They have fuck all money. Well, yeah, that's true. But if they can keep the players that they've got and not have to spend, they should be okay. Hang on. Sorry, WHU. Been to Norwich Ground, but never Portman Road. Yeah, see, I never went to Portman Road. I went to the original ground as well. Kuna, he's a nuisance. Yeah. R.I.P. Terry Hall from Specials. Yeah, he passed away last week or recently.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, I saw it recently. Lewis Brown played a few games for the under-18s. She met Ashton and Zamora at Norwich. Yes, she did. And Mark Noble as well, because I have a photograph of you with Bobby Zamora and Mark Noble's in the background. Yeah, see, I have that picture. Yeah, Specials, Mark. Didn't realise Terry Hall passed away. Yeah,
you don't hear all that shit over here. So,
yeah, gone too soon. Yeah, absolutely right, Keith. Absolutely right. Mickey Dread too. Mikey Dread. Oh God, really? Fucking hell, they're dropping like flies. Maybe we will get Kelman with the Lopetegu connection.
Possibly, Lee.
Neto, yeah, Pedro Neto, yeah, he's pretty good.
I like him. That Neto, he is a good player, man. Really good.
Yeah. Amy Winehouse's version is WHU58.
Yeah, it's brilliant. What a talent she was, mate. What a talent.
Oh, God, yeah.
Unbelievable talent.
That is talent gone too soon. But, when people get into the drugs and alcoholism.
Yeah, it's a shame, man. She was so talented. I think her voice is just so brilliant.
Oh, God,
just so brilliant.
One of my favourite female voices of all time, I've got to be honest, her and Kylie Minogue, you know, I mean, there's just no.
But her voice was just—it's so jazzy type, old school, and it's so brilliant. I remember her doing a track with Paul Weller on what's his name show there live, and it was called, the song was called "Don't Go to Strangers," written by Paul Weller, and he was on the piano, and she sang the vocal. Wow, what a track, man! What a track!
I'll have to look for that.
But yeah, not many people know about it, geezer. She's on, what's his name? What's the geezer out of Squeeze that used to do the
Jules Holland?
Yeah, it was on the Jules Holland show, right? And I think Jules Holland was playing piano as well. And Paul Weller was doing the vocals, but she was doing the main vocals. And it was called "Don't Go to Strangers," and it's a brilliant, brilliant track, man. It's so good.
I'm going to look that up, actually. In fact, I'm going to do it right now.
You'd like it, I think you'd like it. Let's write it down. Don't go to strangers. It's I love it.
Strangers, yeah.
Don't go to strangers. Just come to me. Yeah, it's a really good track, man. Loved it. And let's say it was live on Jules Holland.
Yeah, Amy Winehouse, Paul Weller, "Don't Go to Strangers," Jules Holland show. 7 years ago, that was.
7 years ago. There you go, Budge. Great track.
Right, I'll keep that down there and I'll have a listen to that in a little while. Oh, hang on. Howard used to dance at the Ministry back in the day. Don't tell me you were the fella in the cage with the long blonde hair.
Oh yeah, Howard.
White leopard skin leggings on.
Yeah.
And a package. I reckon that was you. Rat Race, Concrete Jungle. Yes, both very good. Specials. Remember when Denny Canary died on only 4? Yeah, Denzel's Canary. Yeah. Nightclub. Who's club? And who's coming? I can't see anybody else. Sorry, guys, says Lynn. She prefers Dire Straits.
Well, I like all music, but Dire Straits are good in their time too.
I love Dire Straits. Mark Knopfler, great guitarist. Really, really good. Yeah,
I like them all, mate. I love Squeeze. I love Madness, mate. The Clash, mate. They're fucking
brilliant. They were great.
Mate, when I was a punk rocker, Sex Pistols hit town, in about 1977. The world changed, mate. The world of music changed in Britain. It changed the fucking world. It done what the Beatles did back in their day. No doubt about it. Everything changed. And all the bands that came on the wave of the Pistols, like you say, even like the Jam and Blondie and the Stranglers, everything changed. It was a brilliant time in music.
Yeah.
And there you go. And even Bob Marley, he was in London at the time, recording that. I think it was the One Love album, one of the albums. And he got involved with the punk scene. He on the B side, he done that punky reggae party, didn't he?
Indeed.
Because reggae and punk music was quite very closely linked for some reason.
Yeah, I mean, all you got to remember is like all the skinheads and the.
Yeah, man, it was a happening. London was buzzing.
And that they were all listening to it, all of them.
Yeah, it was buzzing, man. And 77, 78, mate. That was massive.
At the time, I was a skinhead back then, and a lot of our mates were either like black guys, or punk rockers, And, as a group of skinheads, we had quite a motley crew, There were probably 30, 35 of us that used to regularly meet up in Crawley. And there was like 15 to 20 skinheads and like punks and half a dozen black guys,
The music was great there.
It was brilliant, and we used to go to the local college. They used to have like bands there.
Yeah.
The Buzzcocks came to Crawley College. They were great.
Yeah, another one, yeah.
Yeah, do you remember that? Orgasm Addict.
So many great bands came on the wave of punk. after when punk first hit, and it was a great
when
time.
they started watering it down and it became new wave.
Yeah, that came lately. It became a bit poppy after that. But even UB40 came out of that era. Came out of the punk.
They did indeed.
Era, and it was brilliant. It was a brilliant time to be around music. There was so much going on. And even like I said, you got to remember they didn't even want to play punk music on the radio then. They just wanted to ban everything
on the BBC,
and they could not. I'll tell you one thing I believe changed it, Geezer. I went to a Rock Against Racism concert in Victoria Park in East London, right? And it was a march from Trafalgar Square to it. And in that concert, you had The Clash, you had Steel Pulse. Remember them guys? What a reggae band they were. You had Tom Robinson band.
Yeah.
You had X-Ray Specs. X-Ray Spec, mate. And we went there, and they didn't expect nothing of this. And 80,000 people turned up for this free concert in Victoria Park. And then the record companies took notice because the youth had basically sent a message that this is the future.
Yeah.
Yeah.
WHU 58. Anyone like reggae artist Dennis Brown?
Yes.
He is my ultimate favourite artist of all time. Dennis Brown. I have got every single piece of music he's ever done. I know a lot about the man. Did you know that he only had one working lung throughout his entire adult lifehood?
Wow. Really?
One working lung. He had an illness when he was a young boy. One of his lungs collapsed and it never worked
really?
properly. Yeah. And he was called the Crown Prince of Reggae. And he used to be able to hold a note like you wouldn't believe with one lung.
Really?
Geezer could only use one lung. Unbelievable.
At that concert was that Geezer.
Oh, mother. Hey?
Sham 69 were there as well. Jimmy Purcell.
69, yeah.
No, I don't.
We're going down the pub.
Brilliant.
Love that.
Yeah.
Tune.
Yeah, mate. Good days. Better than the shit that's coming out now. I'll tell you that now. Fuck 'em.
Selector, yeah. I'm a radio.
Yes. You've got a better memory when it comes to music and that, Bugs.
I'm a DJ though, aren't I?
I know you've got. Yeah.
I mean, like
I do remember
a weird way of recollection though. It's really weird because if someone says to me a song title, I picture myself going through my box of records.
Yeah.
And then I'll pick out the record. And I'll see the label and I'll go, oh, yeah, Do Our Day by, Brian and the Ferrets or whatever. Do you know what I mean? I would remember it by visualising my record boxes. Because
what was the reggae label? Trojan, wasn't it? Trojan, the reggae label back then?
Yeah, that was one of the big labels, yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff. They had Ken Booth was on their label.
That's it. Oh, I love Ken Booth. Everything I Own by Ken Booth.
Oh, what a tune.
What a track that is, sir.
One of the sweetest voices in reggae, actually.
Wasn't it?
Ken Booth.
I love that song.
Beautiful.
Fucking love it.
And
football. We're turning this into a music channel next week, boys.
Yeah.
Fuck the football.
That guy's 6'5" tall and one of the sweetest sounding voices.
Yeah, Ken Booth, man.
He like Lennox Lewis when he was a young man. Massive, great big bloke he was.
Yeah.
And he had that sweet, sweet voice, Everything I Own and all that. Yeah.
2 seconds ago.
Yeah, mate. Lynn. See, you're tasting music and Bongo, he knows as well, look. Deliberately missed out a bit out, Keith. All right, okay. Best of it was dead before it got there, but they thought they killed it. I don't know what you're talking about. All you punks and all you dreads, mods, rockers, hippies, and skinheads.
That's the song, wasn't it?
Yeah. Blank Expression's one of my favourites. Yeah.
Can't remember that.
Too Much Pressure. Or is it Ted?
Oh, the Too Much Pressure. Is that the specials? Too Much Pressure.
Yeah.
Wasn't it?
Seen some links to the new kit. White shorts, white socks as well.
Lovely.
Back to the old school stuff. No bubbles on the shirt, no tricks, no bells, no whistles.
Yeah, none of that bollocks.
Claret
I thought
body,
that kit last year was shit.
White shorts, white socks, and a multitude of colours of boots. Robin, thank you for joining us. I did see your name earlier. Forgot to say hello, Robin. Thank you for
Robin.
In the Ruskin. First gig in the Ruskin, 1978-ish.
Fuck me, I used to live about a 10-minute walk, Robin, from the Ruskin Arms. I used to live about 10 minutes from that pub.
Yeah.
Fuck me,
that's funny you should mention Iron Maiden, actually, Robin, because today I was going through YouTube and Iron Maiden have been on a world tour just recently, within the last couple of years, I think it was.
Really?
And and they hired a 747 from Atlantic Airways, I think it was, and they had it all painted up in Iron Maiden's colours. No sign of any West Ham insignia anywhere, but down the side of it, it said Book of Souls Tour. So the tour is called the Book of Souls Tour.
Right.
And they hired this 747, done something like 17,000 miles in it or something ridiculous.
Back in Ruskin Arms, man. I presume, Robin, that's closed down now, mate. I'd imagine all the pubs around here are closed, aren't they? Most of them, anyway.
Yeah. Old Boiler was a bit of a dodgy song. Yeah, that's because they were singing about my ex-wife. Anyway, that's irrelevant. I remember watching the Cockney Rejects at the Bridge House.
At the Bridge House.
Yeah.
I'll just go on that. I went to school at St Bonaventures, right? And a good mate of mine there was Darren Murphy. And it was his family that had the Bridge House. The Murphys, they run the Bridge House. And that was really, when punk hit, that was probably the only pub around East London that was playing sort of punky type and new bands like that. Yeah. So I remember Darren Murphy as well. I told you before, Butch, his brother went on to be an actor. George Murphy, I think his name was, his elder brother, and he ended up in London's Burning. He was a character in that, if you know, old chubby face.
Gary Murphy.
Is it Gary Murphy? I had George in the head. But he ended up being in that London's Burning as an actor, quite well known. But
they owned the Bridge House. Yeah, with dark hair.
Yeah, that's him. Glenn Bridge House in Canning Town.
It's Glenn Murphy. It's Glenn Murphy. Glenn Murphy.
Maybe I've just got the G right. Maybe with Joel, I don't know. But
I'll tell you what I'll do. Look, I'll tell you what.
He's off. He's googling. Stay it.
URPHY.
It'll be interesting to LTL. Is the Bridge House still going in Canning Town? Is that still alive, that pub? Or it gone? It's a lovely old building.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Share screen.
Cockney Rejects there.
Share. Where are we? There you go. That's the fella you mean, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the geezer. Yeah, me mate's brother.
That's Glenn Murphy. Yeah, I was right.
Glenn. Okay. Yeah. Hang on. I remember him turning up at. There's a little gang of geezers having a pop at his brother, my mate Darren, and he turned up one day with a fucking baseball bat and decided to chase him around the fucking school. Caused quite a stir at the time.
Yeah. Keith says he saw UB40 and Bitty McLean. Birmingham a couple of months back.
Only a few months back?
Yeah. Well, the first time I ever saw UB40 was at a free concert back in, fucking hell, 1977, 78, when they first brought out their first tune, which was, oh, God, what was their first tune? Can't remember.
The first album?
Oh, yeah, the album was called Signing Off.
Yeah. That's right. I've seen them 6 times now, Budge. I've seen them in Australia here twice. I see them in Finsbury Park when he done a concert there. I've seen them at the Hammersmith Odeon. I think I've seen them here in Australia 3 times. Really good.
Howard says, best song ever written, This Town. It's
Special.
called Ghost Town. Ghost Town, actually, it's called. Yeah. Good tune. No, it's not the best ever written. Actually, I would say one of the songs that's that's currently
fucking
in.
Hell, Steve, you're older. You've got to be fucking older than us. Jeez.
Yeah.
But another
Small Faces conventions. Wow. Small Faces. That's Rod Stewart's band, isn't it?
Rod Stewart's. Yeah, his band before it. Yeah, they were good, man. Really good.
And then they changed their name to the Faces after he left, or was it the other way around? No, they changed their name to the Faces after he left. Would like Smith Rowe to be my first pick. Yeah, Smith Rowe is a very good player. But she must get us back to the football. Look, we're talking about music. At the Ruskin.
Can Smith Rowe sing though?
Yeah, Happy went to see them recently as well. That's true, she did. First single he ever bought with his own money was Ghost Town. Excellent taste.
The Jam.
In Circus Tent in Paris, 1979.
Brilliant.
I've seen the Jam in Crawley. Seen them in Crawley. They
did you?
At the old Crawley Leisure Centre, yeah, when it was at.
They were brilliant.
Yeah, they were fantastic. So in fact, they played at Crawley twice in 3 years, and I went both times. They brilliant band.
I saw them down in a tube station. I think it was about midnight. The
Ramones, the one and only American punk rock band.
Wow, I'll tell you, that's where it began, man. The Ramones were pre-fucking Sex Pistols.
They were pre-punk.
You know what I mean? They were the underground scene in New York, I think, at the time. Right, where City Box, what's his name, manager of Pistol, saw them and brought that back and decided to put the Pistols together. So they've got a claim of creating punk, really, the Ramones.
Yeah. I had their first album that they released in this country anyway. It was just called Welcome to the Ramones. Something like that. Welcome to the Ramones or something like that anyway. And it was yellow vinyl.
Wow, that must be one of the first guys. One of the first, I'd imagine, back then.
Yeah, oh god, yeah, it was really early, like yellow coloured vinyls. I had quite a few coloured vinyl ones. In fact, I had Bob Marley and the Wailers album, Exodus, picture disc. That was worth a lot of money, and that got stolen from me. And that was worth a lot of money. Somebody had already offered me £500 for it.
I love the old Bob, mate.
Yeah. I was at the Madness fan club in the early 80s. My life has been full of madness, one way or another, ever since, says Keith. Yes, Keith, but you don't help yourself, mate, do you? Let's be fair.
Yeah, you're a fucking copper and a referee. You fucked it.
Love Terry Hall. We're coming up for 2 hours, so let's start winding this down.
Oh, fuck now. We're going to talk about music for the next 6 hours.
Yeah. Pancreatic cancer, Terry. Died a year ago.
So,
at the age of
63, got to, eh? My age now.
Yeah. Mark Pendleton saw Public Image Limited.
Did he? Yeah. That's what. Yeah. That's where old Johnny Rotten went next, wasn't it? How was his new band?
Yeah.
Shit. Well,
he done actually one really good job track as Public Image. I can't remember the name of it now, but it was really good.
The Lyceum. I went there. I went to Lyceum once.
Yeah. You know, I got invited to a party. It was a gig, but it was a party, a private party, and knew nothing about this band. Didn't even remember the name when we got there. It was such an unusual name. We couldn't remember what the name was. Anyway, we got invited. We had paper invites that was like handed out to us and that. We turned up, and it turns out that it was actually Spandau Ballet.
Oh, brilliant!
And it was before they had a recording contract. And
right.
you know, they did quite a few of their early well-known tracks, you know. And we really enjoyed it. Really had a good night. And it was only about 3 months before they got their first record deal. I am old, I know. Give me my.
Nothing wrong with Dusty Springfield, mate. I reckon one of the best voices that's ever come out of the UK with Amy Winehouse. Dusty, brilliant.
Yeah,
absolutely brilliant. What a voice.
Yeah, anger is an energy. It is. It is, and punk rock proved that.
It did prove it. Yeah.
What about
Buster? Yeah, he was. He came out of that tell, didn't he? It was a bit of a mess. But
what was the name of his bloody band again? Bad Manners. That was it. Bad Manners. Yeah. Lip up. Oh, we listen to that regularly every week at the Carpenters. Lip up, lip, and then all the fat geezers get.
But it's amazing.
Around their head, and that's
great. You know what you appreciate in music. So I went to see a lot of bands, but forget half of them. But I did get I told you before, Budge, I got to see Frank Sinatra and I got to see Pavarotti, both only a couple of years before they both passed away. And I still remember them so well because it was such a beautiful moment to see, especially Pavarotti for me. I was always a massive fan. Even though I was a punk rocker, I could still appreciate a bit of classical and a bit of opera. I loved it.
Jar Wobble, usual.
Remember the name, geezer?
Oh, Jar Wobble, he was great. He was a bit of a bubbler. That's what they call him in reggae. It's like rapping to reggae. Bubbling.
Ah, right. Yeah. Was that what it was? I remember that term anyway.
He was good. PW and Amy. Oh, Paul Weller.
Paul Weller and Amy.
Grapevine as well that night.
Did they, Steve?
I'll look that up as well.
Well, you'll get it. I don't remember seeing that. I only remember seeing that.
Heard it through the grapevine, Marvin Gaye version, that Marvin Gaye song.
Wow, I never saw that one. I only saw the "Don't Come to Strangers" one. There you go.
Is that your chat up line, fuckface? She wants to know.
Which one? Which one?
Don't go to strangers, come to me.
Don't go to strangers.
Is the ministry a place where vicars went to dance? No, they go there to serve up tablets. I shouldn't say things like that, should I really? Sounds like you. Yeah, okay. Nice one. Bridge House. Mick Jagger used to pop in on a Sunday night.
There you go, yeah. Yes. Yeah, they were the only place where upcoming bands sort of got a look in was the Bridge House. In my time, anyway. And for a Canning Town, because you got to remember all that punk shit and all that new music really was concentrated in North London mainly.
Yeah,
you know, it was unusual in East London.
We have to travel up there to go, like the Angel pub. Just at the end, what's it called? Holloway Road there. We used to go there. Who did we see there? We saw. Who did we see there? Most recent people I saw there was the Scorpions. Actually, they were like a heavy metal rock band.
Yeah. Remember their name? Because I wasn't really.
They did that one, Gorky Park, I think it was called. Or no, it wasn't Gorky Park. Anyway, we saw quite a few of the punk bands there, including Far Out Boy was not Far Out Boy, something like that. Anyway, some fucking weird name. But yeah, I saw loads of people there. Loads of people. Used to have to travel up there quite a lot to go and see people play. Fuck Me Pumps.
Fuck Me Pumps. So that'll be 58. That'll be a new one on me.
Yeah.
Don't know it.
John Lydon, legend. Buster Blood Vessel, saw him at Las Vegas. and he asked me backstage. Oi, oi.
Oh, yeah. You're into big fat boys, isn't it?
He wanted you to lip up his fatty. Oh,
yeah, the spitting was a bit it was a bit stupid, mate. That was ridiculous, but the music itself did change the world, mate.
Yeah,
it did change the music industry. They had to take notice, and that's why when I went to that concert after that, these bands started getting signed up because they had to take notice because the money was the money for the music industry then was in the youth who were buying the records. That's all that counted. So they had to take notice.
Yeah, typical. Keith has to lower the tone. Look.
Oh. Yeah, I wouldn't.
20 years ago. And there's her response to that, look.
Yeah, I should think so too.
Ring of Lanzini.
A wee bit there. There's two Lanzinis in Buster Blood Vessel.
Yeah, Peter wore XXXXXXXX shirts. He did indeed. Anyway, listen. Skinheads instead of boneheads, Budge. This should have been close season topic. Like about that. Yeah, it's a good idea. Skinheads or boneheads. Used to get a sweat on, didn't he, Buster? He did indeed. Yeah. Lip up fatty. Rock against racism. That was it. That was the one.
That's the concert. That's the concert I went to, guys.
Yeah, that's the one that you were talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. It was fucking brilliant.
What was Adamant post punk? Yeah, Adamant. He was kind of punk, era, wasn't he?
He came after it. Yeah, after it.
Yeah, he was kind of punk era, but
very commercialized sort of stuff.
Oh, Howard, see, now you're talking my language again. Burning Spear.
Burning Spear.
Oh, fucking love Burning Spear.
They were good, weren't they? When that was the lead singer girl, she was really good.
No. Winston Rodney was it.
I'm thinking something else. Sorry.
Yeah.
But I remember the name well, Burning Spear.
Burning Spear, yeah. They did a tune called Slavery Days. They did a song called Black Wadada, Invasion. Oh, they've done so much stuff. Do you remember the days of slavery? Love it. He wore white socks. Oh, what? Buster? Yeah, he did.
He went there too, did he tell? Like the Vicky Park?
Yeah.
Yeah, tell. Yeah, amazing name. I think, was that 77 till 78? One or the other, yeah. Brilliant. I think it was 77. I'm pretty sure it's 77.
Please remember to give the channel a like, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, give this new music channel a like.
Angels with Dirty Faces. I remember that title. I want to put on my Crombie two-tone trousers and my peach-coloured bench shirt.
We're all going back
right now.
I
want to do that. I want to do that. In fact, you know what? About 6 or 8 years ago, got invited to a fancy dress party, and I'm not much of a...
Trying to get out of this sun, mate. Really don't know where to go.
I'm not much of a person to dress up and that, so I went to this fancy dress party as a skinhead. I got a pair of really tight Levi's on. I borrowed them off of a mate of mine. They were about 2 sizes too small. They were really tight. Wore a pair of like 10 old Dr. Martens, all highly polished up, Ben Sherman braces. Loved it. And me claret coloured Harrington.
Yeah. Oh, you had a claret colour one, did you?
Yeah, I still got it, mate. Yeah, I still got it.
I think I had a blue one, geezer.
I still got it. I've got another one. I had a two-tone one as well back then. You know, the two-tone grey and green. I had the two-tone. I had the light blue one. I had the claret one, and I had a green one. And the only reason I had the two-tone one was because I had two-tone trousers as well. So, you know, I would wear that instead of, you know, on a warmish day, I would wear that.
I should wear a donkey fucking jacket.
Well, I used to wear Crombie because, like, my brother did it under me. But Essex boys wear white socks, apparently.
Yeah, I was guilty of that back in the day, wearing white socks.
Love a bit of Ian Jury and the Blockheads. Love that.
Oh, fucking hell, Peter, yeah.
Sam 69.
Bit of Ricky Dicky.
Yeah. Angel Lane, yeah, mate. If we signed,
I used to get my Doc Martens geezer down Brick Lane. There was a shop there that was quite famous for Doc Martens.
I got my first pair on the King's Road. My brother, Kevin Treacle, took me up there to go and get them. The first pair I ever bought. I had a couple of pairs bought for me by my mum and dad when I was young.
Nearly all the West Ham boys used to go to Brick Lane to get their Doc Martens.
Yeah.
It was a shop, but it wasn't a fucking real shop. It was like a fucking, I don't know what you call it. It's like a factory. Just a little shed there, and it just had boxes, nothing on show. Just tell them your size, and they opened you a box. And a lot of the West Ham boys there, when we used to wear Doc Martens, used to go there in Brick Lane.
My brother, because like my mum wouldn't let me go to London on my own to buy my boots, right?
Quite right.
Couldn't get the ones in Crawley I wanted. So my mum said to me, brother, you've got to take him to London to get his boots. I'd been working, saved up my money and everything, so it was all on me.
Really?
But my mum wouldn't let me go to London on my own, even though I'd been going to games. But anyway. So my brother said, yeah, I'll take you to where I'll get mine from. So I said, yeah, all right, fair enough. Take me to King's Road, full of fucking Chelsea fans, isn't it? So he takes me into this shop. I can't remember the name of it now. It was a gentleman's outfitter. And they had all the loafers and Crombies and all the two-tone gear and all that. I ended up spending about 100 quid in there that day.
I bet you did.
A couple of pairs of jeans. I did get quite a few items for a one-up.
Brilliant. I bet you did.
We did, yeah. It was good. Oh, sorry. If we sign Garassi, we're going to get more Ghanaian fans.
Yeah, that's true, Josh.
Yeah, we will.
That's true.
How many 78 records have I got? I've just inherited a box of them.
That is a dig without being a dig.
Yeah, I know. But I'm answering it honestly and concisely. I have just inherited a box of them. My granddad's old ones, Mantovani, Strauss,
really?
All that sort of shit. Yeah.
The weird thing is, Peter, that anyone of a younger age here wouldn't know what the fuck you mean by 78.
Yeah.
True, eh?
Yeah. So for those of you that don't know, you must know about vinyl music, vinyl records. Well, back in the day, I hate saying that phrase, but back in the day, there used to be 3 different speeds you could play a vinyl at. The earliest ones were played at 78 revs per minute, and then came 45 and 33. 33 for albums, 45 for singles.
Yeah.
The 78s, we used to run them on the old gramophones. You used to have to wind them.
Yeah, and then wind them up, mate.
And the needles were literally just like needles were literally about that long. You used to put them into a holder on the tone arm, and they were literally just like big darning needles.
Yeah, and you could actually. They were about a half-inch thick, weren't they?
Yeah, they were made of acetate as well, not plastic.
There you go.
If you don't know what acetate is, I suggest you Google it, because I ain't got a fucking clue. All I know is that they broke really easily. And out of this box that I've got, there's 2 or 3 of them that are broken in there. Two-Tone was the Big Scar label. It was indeed.
Yeah.
It was indeed. Malcolm McLaren, that's the fella we were trying to think of earlier.
Yeah, Malcolm McLaren, yeah.
He was the one that brought the Ramones theme thing back to us.
Clapton, Bruce.
Yeah.
Cream, but that was another great band. Cream.
It was.
Absolutely brilliant.
He started about 5 different bands, didn't he, old Clapton?
The
Yardbirds, that was him.
Yardbirds, yeah.
Yeah,
that
was him. There were about 4 or 5 different bands he started. Oi Oi, Cockney Rejects at the Bright House Steaming.
Yeah, Rory. Fuck me, man.
Yeah. Trojan Records. Yeah, that was the one we mentioned earlier. Went to an anti-apartheid concert in Brockwell Park, Brixton.
Oh, now you're Mark. New Audio Dynamite. One of my fucking favourites, man.
I loved them.
Oh, man, it was so good. It was so good.
Big Audio Dynamite, surely.
Sorry, yeah, Big Audio Dynamite, not New Audio.
Yeah, not new.
Big Audio Dynamite.
Big Audio Dynamite, Mark.
What a band that. That first album they dropped,
Usual got it. Big Audio.
Brilliant.
Yeah, Usual got it.
And all my mates out of Elm Park and Allchurch and all that just fell in love with Big Audio Dynamite.
Yeah, they were massive. They were like the first of the super bands, our age group.
I love them.
They were one of the super groups back then, weren't they? You know, we used to get a pair of shoes.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Hanged on the hill to make the noise when walking in the school.
Yeah. The Blakeys, weren't they? Called Blakeys.
Yeah, Blakeys. That's it, mate. Blakeys.
Yeah, the old Blakeys, bang them in. Click,
I
click,
remember
click.
calling them quarter tips because you used to get the Blakeys, which you could hammer on yourself. But if you went into a cobbler's and asked for quarter tips, they used to literally cut a quarter of the heel out. Well,
and bang that in.
And put it in, and it used to fit flush with the heel. Do you remember?
That's right, yeah.
Whereas the Blakeys were always protruding, always proud.
It sounded good.
Yeah, they did. Last ever gig with my old band was at the Ruskin Arms, Keith.
Wow.
There you go. And just in case you didn't know, Keith plays bass guitar.
So there you go, Ruskin Arms, man, which I presume is long gone. That's what I asked earlier. So I live 10 minutes away from the Ruskin Arms in Upton Park. So.
Yeah, Judge Dredd made reggae for us white boy skinheads.
He did, Judge Dredd, yeah.
He did.
Very risque songs, weren't they?
Yeah. Big 5, Big 6, Big 7, Big 8.
Yeah, that was it. Big 5, Big 6,
yeah. Boy Blue stood on the burning deck playing a game of cricket or something, wasn't it? And the ball rolled up his trouser leg and I can't remember it. Oh, yeah, he was great. Yeah, Keith Knight, Glenn Murphy, that's right. Big, yeah, thanks, that's it. Right, listen, we've got loads and loads of comments to get through, loads.
Started a thing now, mate.
I'm skipping right the way down.
It's the new West Ham Music channel on West Ham Network.
Yeah, that's it, mate. Oh, look, Sean's in the house. Good evening, Sean.
He turns up. Did you, Sean? You were privileged.
Happy's off on her travels. Look, she says, "Gonna say goodnight, chaps, as I'm falling asleep, I think. Please like the stream."
See you later, Happy H.
Thank you, Happy. Thank you for doing the moderating as always. You're a superstar and a beautiful person. Thank you very much. And everybody in the chat, thank you so much for joining us. We are going to start winding it up because 2 hours, 15 minutes, you know. Oh, Sticky Trunks. Good evening to you, sir. Thank you for joining us.
G'day, Sticky.
He's a huge fan of West Ham. Well, you've missed all the West Ham chat. You missed a lot of food.
It's an end of season chat.
Yeah, we haven't done any food tonight, have we? Yeah, got to be all around about the same age. Well, that's why it's old school hammers, because we're old fuckers. And
I think we are too.
There you have it, son. There you have it.
Yeah.
GP's in the house. GP, you're joining us late. Brother.
GP's in. You know, he normally gives us a nice comment. GP.
Yeah, he does. He always does. But we are wrapping it up, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you ever so much for joining us throughout the whole of the series of shows that we've done. We really appreciate your comments and your involvement.
Because I said this last week, Budge. You know, the guys that we get in here, mate, And there is a lot of them. Obviously, if we're talking about this kind of music area, and they all remember it, it's they're all around our age, sort of thing. But I think they've been here every week, and I find that amazing. Hey, he's from Ireland. Every week they're here, mate. And I know it's late for you. I know it's early morning for me. But you know, to stay up and stick with us all season, it's been really good. So thanks for that.
Yeah, it has been great. Brendan says, great show tonight. Looking forward to the off-season chats. Well, it's going to be different. We are going to get some football conversation in, no doubt, but we will try and brighten your evening up on a Wednesday during the close season. Like I said, we're not going to be doing the rumour mill. That is something we will not do. I don't like doing it. Kieran don't like doing it. And if you don't like doing something, you don't do it to your best.
No, and like you said, Budge, the likes of Anton and Russie B will keep you connected with that if you want to.
Yeah. And they're far better
unless we've got one on the plane with a photo, then we'll get into it.
Yeah, we'll let you know when there's been, confirmed signings and confirmed departures, etc. But when are we on next? Well,
same again, go. We'll be here next week. How about that?
We'll be here next Wednesday. We haven't scheduled the show yet, but it's our slot. Wednesday evenings or Thursday morning for you Australian people or dwellers.
Unless you're watching from Australia, then it's Thursday because we're in the future. We are the future.
Yeah. And so next Wednesday, 10:30, we'll be here again. We'll talk about film, music. Look, I'll just see this as well. Look. And our horrendous lack of sex at our age.
Fucking absolutely, Keith. I definitely lack of it, mate.
Defo. Will we do any England streams?
We can talk about it, GP. If we're doing all right, we'll talk about it.
Providing, those, in the offices upstairs at West Ham.
I think, Pudgy, the England one would be perfect, right? Because we can stop slagging Moyes off now, and now we can go to Southgate.
Yeah.
We can start giving that fucker some shit. If he doesn't win that tournament, he's getting it. Simple as that.
Yeah. Oh, seeing this comment, any rivers and lakes, any shark attacks or crocodile attacks in the last week or so?
To what, mate?
Crocodile or shark attacks? We didn't.
No, not this week. But even though, so I worked with my mate yesterday.
Yeah.
He said there was one up in North Queensland there. And it was because he's Scottish. He said it was about a Scottish boy. He fell asleep next to the beach there, right, on the thing. And he woke up with the crocodile on his trousers, right, dragging him into the fucking ocean.
Wow.
And apparently he fucking kicked it off and got away.
Fair play.
That's an unconfirmed report, but he reckons he saw it. So, and it might be similar to the one you were talking about last week, Butch. So,
yeah.
I haven't seen the report, but he reckons it happened. Right. He was dragging the boy into the fucking surf. The boy kicked him off.
The boy that got dragged in was a Scotsman, did you say?
That's what he was saying, yeah. So, but he got away from it. He kicked it off and got away from it. So,
I mean, I know a little bit about the history of Scots people. I mean, I do know that the Grand Canyon, for example, was created because the Scotsman dropped a penny down a rabbit hole.
Yeah, right.
Do I still like rice? Love it with curry. It goes well with other food as well. No, I know you mean Declan Rice.
We like, of course we like him. We're just glad that Arsenal didn't win it.
Midfielder that England have produced in the last 50 years. For me, in the last 50 years, he's probably the best midfielder England have had. Although Sticky Trunks don't like him.
Well, that's your choice, Sticky. That's your choice, mate. I don't know Arsenal very much, but I hope I have no ill feeling towards Declan Rice.
Oh look, Sean's son is playing in his band. Are playing at the Download Festival next month, which used to be called Monsters of Rock.
Whoa, go Shawnee, go!
So Sean, let me know in the chat quickly before we wrap it up. What's your son's band called?
Yeah,
if I could, get a bit of following. Speaking of followings, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to look up on YouTube for Artisan, and I'll put it in the chat so that you can get the spelling right. Hang on. There you go. Look that up on YouTube. That's Kieran Jr. That's our friend Kieran's son. Very musical, very talented, and get his music out and about, please, ladies and gentlemen. Share it as much as you can, and introduce.
Yeah, and I take all the credit. All the bands we've mentioned, I've introduced them to all of them, and I take all the credit. But even Pavarotti and Sinatra, he's listened to them all growing up, so he's got a great appreciation of music all across the spectrum. So
yeah,
and that's what I think everyone should have. And there you go.
Okay, so they're called Celestial Sanctuary.
A death metal band. Oh, Sean, out there. A bit out there.
Ooh, yeah.
Celestial Sanctuary. That's a good name. Good name.
Stuff, isn't it? Is that where they screech at the microphone and all that death metal?
Oh.
But anyway, don't forget Artisan. Look up his stuff, please. Yeah, Keith, I agree with that sentiment completely. Sean, please pass our congratulations on to your son, and we hope it goes well for him. In the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to call it a day there. Thank you so much for joining us. It's been a pleasure to do these shows for you through the season. We're going to do a few through the close season, and we hope to see many of you there. Don't forget, like the stream as you're leaving if you haven't done already. If you're not already a member of the channel, there is an option to be a member. You can subscribe for free, but membership does cost, and there are lots of perks with membership. Don't forget that that's an option. That's not a requirement.
I'll leave you with that, mate.
Yeah.
And a tip for the week. All right, goes up. Never shove your granny when she's shaving. Sorted.
Take care.
And Lopetegui's coming.
What was that?
I said Lopetegui's coming. Let's be positive, mate. We've got a lot to look forward to.
Yeah, definitely.
See you later, boys. All the best.